Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead. So we're going to look at the 28th to around the 5th of August. So it is a Mercury retrograde in Leo, just bear this in mind. It is an intense energy. If you want to book your own personal audio reading with me, or you want to check my services, check in the description box below. So let's see what's coming up for your week ahead, okay? So you do have the Death card reversed. So what I'm getting here is some Geminis are unwilling to change. And so if you're unwilling to change, things are going to stay the same. The Death card can be the unconscious mind that's keeping you stuck in old patterns. So Geminis need to start thinking in freshness and newness. Kind of look at the people around you, look at the frequency around you, look at what your reality is projecting back to you. I think it's a week to not engage in drama. I do think Geminis tend to attract drama, but the Five of Wands reversed is basically just not paying attention to people who are trying to reel you into drama. Where focus goes, energy flows, okay? I think there is people around you who want to cause the tower in your life. So these are people who want to create drama, catastrophe, problems. But again, these people are already not in a good place. So you're being told to not pay attention to that. What you need to focus on this week is the Six of Cups. So people who are true. You've got animals, you've got nature, you've got this, these people. I feel like the message here is some of you are going to be going over the past. I do deep coaching. You can check it out on the website. Some of you are going to be going over the past, but I feel like it's a week with the Six of Cups to focus on being around animals, being in nature. This can be summer, the flowers, going to parks, sitting under trees. Some of you, that's how your sacral chakra is going to heal. Remember, the matrix and the people who work for the matrix, they want you away from this. They want you isolated. They want you basically staying in the same pattern. You're being told to basically change the pattern. So we do have the Tower. So some of you might be feeling really triggered this week. Be careful with a masculine who's a bit chaotic and a bit intense. I do think that's the message for Gemini. I think the message for Gemini is the people we allow into our life. And some of you, the past is coming up, and with the Tower, it's about traumatic bonds. It's about building with people of chaos, building a house of cards that's going to fall. I think Geminis, that's what this Mercury retrograde in Leo is about. It's about the people you're connected to. It's about, some of you, it's your past. Your past has created a lot of trauma, because with this Six of Cups, you've got the sacral. So there could have been bonds in your past or experiences in your past that have been quite cataclysmic to your sacral chakra. Okay, what you need to do this week is the Three of Pentacles. Put your head down and work. Stop worrying about who wants to see your downfall. Stop worrying about who's working in the shadows. If you focus on the red car, you see the red car. Okay? I feel like this week it's about, yes, there is those people. A lot of people encountering these type of people because a lot of people are losers. It's really about putting your heart into your work. It's about being connected to people who are true. It's also a healing phase for you as well. Some of you with the Ace of Swords, your mind is quite foggy, but it might be coming from the unconscious mind, because with the Six of Cups, the past is going to be coming up a lot. Some of you could be dealing with a past connection, but I don't think it's about reconnection. I think it's about healing. So some of you, a past connection is coming up, but it's not to reconnect, it's to heal from it. Okay, there's a lot of chaos going on in the Gemini woman in her sacral. You need to heal your sacral, because your past has had a big effect on your ability to create, on your ability to connect. For the Geminis who are listening to this, who are single, but you actually want to meet somebody, until you heal your sacral, until you go back over your past wounds, you're going to have a problem with this. Some of you are feeling really observed. You're feeling like people are intruding into your energy, or they're intruding into your life. You can't control that, but what you can control is your own energy, your own internal peace. And I feel like what you can control as well is basically what you focus on. So those type of people are always going to be there. The devil's going to play his game. Your job this week is to focus on putting your head down, making multiple income streams. And I think some of you are ready. I mean, with the Death card reversed, I do think there's healing that needs to be done. But I think some of you are done. You're done with this dead version of you. You're done with these idiots that just live through drama and chaos because they can't get themselves together. you're done with just feeling shit within yourself. Some of you, this is working on your mental health. Some of you, this is working on multiple things. This could be money, mental stability. It could be your physical health as well. The strength card. So some of yours fitness is really going to help you this week. Strength is all about, but I think it's also about overcoming fear. I do think that this Mercury retrograde in Leo is very powerful for Gemini, because I think for the Geminis who've been feeling drained and you've been feeling like you haven't got the will, the energy, the strength is Leo. The energy that's taking place now is tenacious, it's strong, it's powerful. It enables us to get up and say enough is enough. I'm done giving me loyalty to these people. I'm done helping these people. Some of you are dealing with a hard karmic cycle though, because the Wheel of Fortune can be karma. So some of you are dealing with heavy cycles within your life. But I'm getting that a lot of Geminis, it's coming to an end. Some of you might have had certain people who've moved against you, or certain people who've been causing you problems. You did have that Queen of Pentacles reversed, but I feel like these people have got their downfall coming for what they've done in your life. It's time to get over the past. Five of Cups reversed. It's time to, you know, like, I think Geminis are creating a whole new reality, but I think you have been brooding in the past. You've kind of been angry, resentful, bitter. And again, I think it comes down to the Three of Cups. You've had competitive. So for the Gemini women who are listening to this, you've had these women who would always compete, and these women who get away from those people. It's time to build true connections in your life. Some of you have had people around you who you know have closetly wanted you to fail. Just scumbags, lower bottom matrix, like that's the people to avoid. It's time to get around basically soul people, people who know that there's enough abundance, there's enough for everybody to win. It's time to get around people who are true and genuine. I think a lot of Geminis have had problems in their life because of the foundations you've built in your career, your relationships. You've went against your intuition. Your intuition has told you who people are. Your intuition has told you these things, and you've went against it. So I feel like a message here is a rebuild, and that's the message here. And I think this Leo energy, as much as it might be messing with your head, I think it's because you're refusing to see truths within yourself. You're refusing to let go of certain people. I think that's another message for Geminis. Like, you can't see the truth and then ignore it because you're going to start going the wrong way. I feel like some of you is like financially or a job, like it just isn't working. The Seven of Pentacles reverse can be someone who's jobless, or it can be somebody who just has not got a passion for what they're doing anymore. With the heart, with the Three of Pentacles, this is somebody who would be passionate about the job that they do. This is also freeloaders. Six of Pentacles reversed is getting rid of one-sided people in your life, no longer given too much. Six of Pentacles is about zero-sum games where something is out of balance. One person is given too much, the other person is taken too much. Okay? I think for the Geminis who are ready, this is about no longer playing the victim. You're simply not interested in blaming other people, blaming the matrix, blaming the world. I feel like where you're getting to is you're starting to see, wait there, my reality is a projection mirror. In other words, basically, it's projecting back to me the healing I haven't done. It's projecting back to me the choices I've made. Some of you, again, with the Tower, it does come from your foundation, from your past, from your childhood. So that's all. But what I'm getting for the Geminis who are really, really ready for this next cycle is, even if your parents did hurt you, even if you have been through traumatic things, you're not being a victim anymore. It's like, okay, maybe this did happen, but I'm done being a victim. And you're starting to see how your childhood is bringing certain people. But yeah, I think it's time for a review, Gemini. I really do. The lovers. Some of you have got a true love connection in your life. Some of you, it could be a Pisces. Some of you, it could be another Gemini. I'm getting strong fire sign. This is also when it comes to relationships, not breaking your back. I think that's a big message here. No more fake friendships. No more zero-sum game where you're giving all your talents and your skills for the bare minimum. This is about self-worth. It's about value. The Lovers card upright is somebody who you feed into them and they feed into you. Someone who makes you feel elevated, not depleted, okay? And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I love this Leo retrograde for you because I actually see it as basically it's making you feel strong again. It's giving you the energy and also the self-confidence. So now let's look at some mantra messages. So like I said, if you want to book a read, you can. It's in the description box below. You can also listen to the extended, which is a beautiful meditation, which is Gemini releasing those things that do no longer serve them, okay? So let's take a look and see what the mantra messages are. So you did get time to travel. So like I said, you're building your confidence, and the message here is basically it's time to start thinking about traveling, but that doesn't necessarily mean physical travel. To travel is to move away from something, or it's to move towards something, and that is the message here. It's time to travel. I think it's time for Gemini to recreate itself, okay? Some of you could be physically traveling, or you could be preparing to travel, okay? So you've also got power plays, okay? So again, be careful with your own mind, okay? So sometimes Gemini is its own worst enemy because you've got the two twins and these can be in confliction. But this is with people around you. Coming back to what I talked about, bored people bore. People who have no life look to live through other people. They look to create drama. So the message here is you can engage with this, or you can simply separate yourself from low-class behavior. Okay, I do get an amazing connection, an amazing intimate connection. So you got he wants to spank you over his lap. So I do get a lot of intimacy this week. I'm also getting that intimacy is going to be really good for you. If you're being too harsh with people, you got to give people a break. So the message here could be to give people a break. Because sometimes it's not just us that is receiving bad energy. Sometimes we're giving that energy out. So the message here is to give people a break. Some of you have got debts that you need to start dealing with. So there's things from the past that are kind of dragging with you. And you can't build the future with these kind of past energies dragging you back. So the message for Geminis this week is whatever you're dealing with, debts, maybe some of you are feeling really, really trapped in the past and you've got a lot of bad energy. It's time to work on karmic debt. So that's another message with this Wheel of Fortune. Maybe the message with this Wheel of Fortune is that some of you are going through this hard cycle because actually some of you have created karmic debt. So we're not, what I mean is not playing a victim is sometimes the things we've got in our life is to do with ourselves. It's choices we've made, it's addictions, so some of you with that Wheel of Fortune, with the debts, it could be a karmic debt of your own. So some of you might do some kind of karmic cleansing course because sometimes it's ancestral. It could be ancestral. It could be a pattern that you keep repeating. But I'm going to say that some of you with this Mercury retrograde in Leo, it's debts. So if you've got debtors contacting you, it's time to get on your shit. It's time to deal with the things from the past that are dragging you. Because you know what they say, stop looking back, you're not going that way. But if you've still got things you haven't dealt with, it's not about looking back, it's about those things are going to be dragging you back because they're not dealt with, they're not transmuted, they're not finished. Use your time wisely. So it comes back to what we were talking about. This is about your work, how you're making your money, your clients, your day-to-day routine. This is a big read for Gemini. It's actually amazing. And then you got Rise from the Burning Building, Show Them Your Power. So I feel like there was a tower in Gemini's life. I feel like this could have been self-created. It could have been external enemies. I think some of you with the Wheel of Fortune, you're dealing with karmic enemies. Some of you, it's just the foundation you were given. You were born into poverty. You were born into trauma. That is a big message I'm getting here. So when you've been born into poverty and you've been born into trauma, you've got to learn as an individual to create a solid foundation. And people who've been born into that type of life, they don't really know how to be stable when they've came from chaos. So that is a message here. Some of you are starting to learn. I'm going to be that person who breaks the generational pattern of trauma or the generational pattern of addiction or the generational pattern of poverty. So you don't have time to be dealing with low class people. You need to stay away from anything that is against what you want. This is toxic relationships. This is toxic people. This is people who that are a mess. Like, this is not about judgment, but it's about what you want to build and being in alignment with the people who represent that, okay? So some of you, there's a new relationship coming into your life because he has his eye on you, and you've also got the Lover's card. So I do think that there's going to be a passionate relationship that is coming into your life. The devil fears you. So I'm also getting the people who've created some bad circumstances in your life. I think they know. I think they get a sense because the devil fears you. So often the devil doesn't attack you himself. He sends people to attack you. But I do think there's people who've done things in your life, and I think some of them friends. So another message I'm getting for Gemini is that there's some friends who've been doing some darker work. They've been sending bad energy. They've been closetly hoping you fail. And yeah, I wouldn't worry about these people. I think you know who these people are. And I think these people know you know who they are. And the devil fears you because, again, I think things are going to correct themselves. But this week, it's all about go play. So you've got go play today. So I do think that this week with that Six of Cups, remember we said spending time around animals, children, nature, people who've got a playful attitude, people who are they're not running after the matrix, they're not competing, they're not low class, they're focused on their own life, they're not focused on yours. Get around those people. So the person who's coming into your life who might be super attracted to you is medium build, fair hair. So they could be blonde or they could be light brown, the kind of medium build. And some of you, I think you're going through the test of your life and you've got, you will get through this. I think some of you feel really hurt because deep down, you know how much people want to see you down. You know how much they don't want to see you recover. But that's the message here with the rise from the burning building. Show them your power. That's the best revenge. The best revenge is those closet haters, those fake friends, those people who did bad things in your life, or those people who closetly hope you down. I think some of you have been attacked relentlessly, but I think it's because of the power that you've got. And that's why they're saying, rise from the building, the burning building, show them your power. And I think that that's the best fuck you. That's the best revenge, is to not even get revenge. It's just to be all that you was meant to be. To take the happiness that is rightfully yours, to start rejecting people out of your life, to start giving your gifts to those people who appreciate it. I think for Gemini's reading this week and the Mercury retrograde in Leo, this comes down to trauma bonding, because I'm getting that energy in the sacral. Some of you would be best now to reach out to coaches, to reach out to energy readers, do the meditation I'm going to do on Patreon, because I think that that's it. The best investment Gemini can make now is in itself. Okay, fuck who's watching you, fuck who's listening to you, fuck who wants you to fail. Like, bitch, watch. Take a seat and watch. Watch power in action. And don't even be arrogant, because Geminis are not arrogant. That's why we've been attacked relentlessly in our destiny. So to keep moving forward, sorry, this is the first time I've tried it like this, but I'd like it. It's really cool and just something different and interesting. Let go of bitterness. That's another message for Gemini. So I do think Geminis need to be aware of course, there's been external factors. Some of you, it's been karmic energies, karmic enemies, karmic lessons. That's fine. But some of you, it's yourself. It's the choices you're making. It's your own bitterness. It's your own refusal to heal. It's you expecting something for nothing. Some of you are sitting around, you're not doing the work, you're not doing the healing, you're not investing, you keep doing the same dumb shit and you keep getting the same outcome. So I think for Geminis, and this is just as much for the men as the women, there's a new cycle, a new reality. And I also get the old self. I think in a year, especially for the Geminis who start doing the work at this time, you're just going to be a totally different version. Your life is going to be totally different. The place you're living in, the people around you, your clients, the job, it's going to be different. And this is not me selling you some lies and a pipe dream. It really is going to be different. But I think it comes down to Gemini wanting it to be different and putting in the work to make it different. So they want to talk to you. So I do think there's a past connection, and sometimes, people come back from the past and it can work, but just make sure that this person is in alignment with the version you want to build in the future, and not the old self, your person. So there is a message here, and I'll do a love read on Patreon soon, but there is a message here that basically some of you are in alignment to meet your person. Some of you are ready. This is killing the old, and it's being strong enough and confident enough in everything you've been through to rebuild yourself and take what's rightfully yours. So check out the meditation. If you want to book your own personal audio. It's in the description box below. Enjoy your week, and I'll speak to you soon.